Hi everyone! Today in the kitchen we're going to learn about rice, how to cook it, and then I'm going to show you how to make a chicken and rice casserole that's super easy. So, if you have any kids at home that you're babysitting or just some of your siblings, have them come in the kitchen to help you. It's a lot of fun to cook with them and they're going to feel great when their older sibling asks, "Can you help me do this?" So, the first thing I always say is wash your hands before you start. I've already done that. Second thing is read the recipe through, whether it's on your phone or on a piece of paper or in a cookbook, and gather all your ingredients, which I've done already as well. Today's recipe calls for rice, and we're going to learn how to cook rice. So most of us probably have long grain rice in our kitchen. But if you're someone like me and cooks a lot, I've got so many different types of rices, like brown rice, red rice, black rice, wild rice. But today we are going to use the long grain rice, partially because it's just available, and then also because we're going to make this chicken and rice casserole that has chicken and cheese and broccoli, some really healthy nutrients. All you need is a pot. You're going to need a lid. You need some rice. We've got long grain rice here. And then we need some salt to flavor the rice, because if we don't use salt, the rice is going to taste pretty bland. And then we need some water or some chicken broth or stock to give it some extra flavor. In this recipe, I'm just going to use water. You need to know how much water to use when you cook rice, and you got to know how long to cook it. So an easy rule is you double the water to the rice. So if I have 1 cup of rice, I'm going to use 2 cups of water. If I have 2 cups of rice, I'm going to use 4 cups of water. So we're going to pour my 1.5 cups of rice into a pot. I'm going to add, I don't know if you can see, the 3 cups of water, which I remember last time I taught you to get down low so you can look and make sure that it's measured correctly. I'm going to pour it in. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of salt, which is, I add about like a 1/2 teaspoon. Take a fork or a spoon or whatever you have, stir it, and then we're going to put this on the heat, on the stove top, and we're going to bring it to a boil. So the water has come to a boil, and at this point you want to lower the heat to as low of a setting as your stovetop will go. We're going to cover it, and we're going to set the timer for 18 minutes. I'm going to shut the burner off. I'm going to go ahead and take this, remove it from the heat, and let it just sit and steam for 10 minutes. And now at this stage, all we have to do is dump. So let's see, I've got some chicken. It is just about 1 cup of diced chicken. And then the secret here, which maybe your parents have used, a cream of mushroom soup. We're gonna just dump that in to the pot. A little bit of milk to thin it out a bit. We're going to add maybe about a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, or chop an onion if you prefer. Maybe a little bit more salt, some black pepper, and then we want to add some vegetables to this casserole. And in this one, we're making a chicken, rice, and broccoli casserole. So I've got frozen broccoli. You do not need to thaw it. It can go directly into the pot. And then at this point, all you're going to do is stir everything together. Now we're going to finish the casserole. You just need a square pan or any size pan that you have. You're going to grease it so the casserole ingredients don't stick to the bottom of it. And you really don't need a lot of oil. I take a paper towel and I just rub to grease the entire pan. And then you're going to just take your casserole and literally just dump it into the pan and then spread it out on top. And then take some cheese and you're just going to put that right on top. And the cheese just makes it that much more delicious when you take it out of the oven. So the oven's on 350 degrees. It's nice and hot. I'm going to put the casserole in the oven and cook it for 30 minutes. It's in 30 minutes. I'm going to take my casserole out of the oven, and notice I have my pot holders on, so I'm not going to burn my hands. I am going to put it on some sort of a dish towel or something so you don't burn the counter. To round out the meal, try eating the chicken and rice casserole with salad or a piece of fruit and a glass of milk. It's just easy. All you do, serve it just next to it, and it looks like I think a delicious and complete meal. So I really had a good time today. I hope you guys did too. So if you like this recipe, can you let me know on Instagram and just tag the Boys and Girls Club of Chicago at BGCCHI. I would love to hear your feedback, what you liked, what you didn't like, or even ask me your cooking questions. I'd be happy to answer them. I hope you had a good time today, and I'll see you next time.